Something that's very unfortunate that politics doesn't factor in is the metaphysics that happens within familial dynamics, within all kinds of relationship settings. It doesn't factor in the idea of problems automatically happening. Now, if it does, what do you do? Because you can't chase a fugitive while banging a drum. So the answer, you have to start off by saying there's something about our reality that's not just material. We don't have to say it's religious. We don't have to say it's dualistic, but we at least have to say there's something unseen influencing events, is the reason for people's chaos, is the reason why they can't have peace of mind. And with that basis, you'll have more meditation practices incorporated into our standard of living. There'll be more holistic thinking. We won't be bound to atheistic assumptions about reality or about circumstances. Takes on science, not realizing or factoring in that our perception is contributing to what we observe, that the person who observes influences what the experiment is going to be, what the facts are going to be. In a sense, being a reductionist, while factoring in the concept of an ever-evolving reality, completely eliminates the label of a reductionist. In my opinion, that's how people should see the world. If you deduce the answer knowing that you're contributing to the answer, then you'll be ever flexible about how to understand something. To get back on topic, most politicians are materialists, not only because they want to get their next paycheck, but materialists in the sense of not realizing their very understanding of perceptions are contributing to what the truth is. No doubt things are complicated. Economics is complicated. My advice to the economist is to realize that his wisdom and understanding for knowing how to get a solution that's going to fix the economy or handle it, derive not from only his rational intellect, which could be very high, but from an intuition that guides his own intellect to see, specifically in a rational type of way. The hope that he has in his heart to give him the wisdom to understand what is going to provide a solution in politics, in governance, in policy, fixing major issues like societal neglect, comes from a source that none of us have fully begun to understand. You can call it love, some call it God. It's best not to call it anything. It's just the nature of reality. The mind, the brain, the collective consciousness has two sides of the same coin. It has rational intellect and it has guidance. Guidance that we never acknowledge. There's at least two sides of the brain and they never talk to one another. They both believe that they're completely independent of one another. But in fact, they're both interdependent. They follow each other with never realizing they're following each other. When people try psychedelics, it's discovered that they're both in existence. And the wires end up knowing each other. Different parts of the brain understand that the other is there. Only then can we understand there's more to the picture. We need to factor this facet into politics, not some religious dogma that we memorize, not some vague and abstract notions we get from teachers of the past who we've basically forgotten about. We have very little connection to, where myths and stories are made up about, to exaggerate the leader and exalt a pinnacle setting of hierarchy. Our politics needs to become a place where no one is on top, so we can see the truth of all sides of the brain as completely equal and unified, so we can see each other as not independent entities, but part of one whole entity. I hope with this newfound understanding, everyone's needs will be taken seriously. Everyone will be paid attention to. No one will be neglected or forgotten with that newfound interconnected web of neurons.